Hey, my friends, David Lombard coming to you live from my home office here in Santa Barbara, and it's Blogcast episode 5. And this is going to be a quick one today, guys. And it has just been an amazing morning so far. And have you ever come out of a place that may not even be, maybe even a dark place on the path? As we know, we have ebbs and flows, whether it's in business and spiritual life and relationships, whatever it is. And today has just been, I feel so good right now because I've had a clearing of some things. And I wanted to address two things that I think and I know can help you. And because they've helped me. And so that's what I'm sharing from. The first one is this idea around the power of a sincere apology. Now, David on the Kick-Ass Life podcast always talks about the immediate forgiveness right away. And immediate forgiveness is great. A process called radical forgiveness is awesome that Dr. Colin Tipping wrote the book on. It's awesome stuff. But the power of a true apology. Have you ever had something happen where you're in your head, you're just so upset with someone at what they did, and I find that when I get like that, I'm really in a place of judgment, right? And I'm actually kind of, even though I say I don't want to be judging people, I find myself, if I'm really angry at that person or I'm really annoyed with them, I'm really judging them and I'm not forgiving them immediately or just letting it go. Because we all have our stuff. We all have our quirks, especially me. You know what I'm saying? And, I blew up on somebody, someone very close to me recently, to be completely honest with you. And, was it the most stressful day in the last 6 months? Was it, all this other stuff? Sure. We can say all that. And while all that may be true, that right there at those times is what reveals how well I'm practicing my disciplines, right? Because when those things show up, when those moments show up, how am I showing up into those moments, right? When those things are happening, when I'm fighting, when something's going on, how am I going to show up in that moment? And, so I had an apology. I apologized for, snapping, and it took me a couple days. I like this idea of immediate forgiveness, and I like this idea of not sitting around for 3 days pouting about it and letting that poison, guys, biggest quote ever, right? Being mad is like drinking poison and wishing someone else to die. You've heard that, right? Well, that's really what it is. When you hold on to anger, it's like drinking poison and hoping for someone else to die because it will eat you up. Okay? And so I finally just sent a text and I'm like, listen, I'm truly, truly sorry. There's no excuse. And, I'm just sorry. And it was such a clearing. It just felt so good. So that's the first thing. If you got anything in your life, guys, wherever you show up in video, live, on the phone, whatever it is, on stage, you bring yourself to the stage. You bring yourself to the phone. And so whatever you've got going on, if you can clear that stuff, you can show up better and you can attract better. And as soon as I did that, lo and behold, all these amazing things started happening today. I found out one new business partner in a business of mine, just got some amazing results, and just absolutely inspired me. Totally surprised. I didn't even know this person was in my team, and I was just really, really, really happy to see that. So power of an apology. Who right now, make a list of anyone you have some kind of thing with and some kind of issue with, and just meet them where they're at, because there really isn't any time. There really isn't any time for that kind of stuff. Like I've got someone in my family who recently, had an issue and got sick, and it's just a wake-up call. There really isn't time for fighting. There really isn't time for freaking judgment. There isn't time to be judging other people, to think that, well, this person should be doing that and they should be doing this, and why are they like that, and well, why do you do this, and you say you're that. There's no time for that. There's no time for that. Judging is poison, my friends. It's freaking poison. All right? Moving on now. So, second one is, this is a big one. changing your state so that you can produce. And again, David, who runs the Kick-Ass Life podcast, he taught me this, and he taught me it, but it really didn't start. I didn't really get the idea. I had to learn the idea myself. Do you ever have someone teach you something and you kind of had to, you got the concept, but you didn't really get it cellularly? There, I said it right. I always have trouble with that word. At a cellular level, you really didn't get it. Well, he always said, well, change your state, even if you're tired. I did a program with him, actually here in Santa Barbara. Now, this is the other David Wood. This is Master Trainer David Wood, the trainer to trainers, head of the Kick-Ass Life podcast, which you guys should you should subscribe to that on iTunes. It is the #1 personal growth podcast in the world, ahead of Deepak Chopra. Still love Deepak, but go Kick-Ass Life. But I came to an entrepreneur retreat called Beyond Courage. And it was just like it sounds. It's kind of one of those breakthrough things where you do crazy stuff and you break through barriers. And I only got 2 hours of sleep, I think, the last night. 3 hours of sleep because we were out partying and, celebrating. And, he said, just change your state. Snap out of it. He said, what I do when I have if I didn't get enough sleep, I just jump in the shower and I use my anchor. His anchor is head on, and it just puts him in states. Every time he has a win in his life, he goes head on, and he keeps anchoring that. So then when he's tired, he can go head on, and the neurons, it fires off the programming, that state comes up, right? So I have a different one, and I'm actually glad I brought this up, and I thought of him because I actually have been forgetting to do my anchor. Anchor all your wins. I'm going to start anchoring my wins again. With my little thing that I do. So anyway, he said, change your state. Dave, just change your state. And I couldn't get it. I'm like, how do I do that if I'm tired? And I'm still working on that. I haven't got it totally down. But I did get minimal sleep last night. And I went to the gym only instead of working out, because to do strength training personally, like weightlifting and high intensity cardio combined with strength training, I need 7 hours of sleep. I really do. Yoga, skateboarding, I can do it with 6 hours of sleep and some really good meditation and some caffeine. But strength training, I need 7.5 hours of sleep. 7.5, even 8 is really, really good for like hardcore strength training. So I didn't do that. I went to the gym today and I sat in the jacuzzi and stretched and meditated and did some breathing stuff for like 25 minutes. And then what did I do? I went in a sauna and continued the process. And I knew that because I didn't have the rest to do the strength training stuff to get me pumped up for the day, I had to do another kind of inspiration. I had to do another kind of focus. I had to do another kind of way to clear my mind. So I did a lot more than I usually do with that stuff because it was taking the place of my workout. And I just did, and I did my gratitudes, my list of gratitudes, and I just really focused on gratitude and my mantra, and doing that kind of stuff. And I worked hard enough at it that I was able to change my state, and now I feel absolutely amazing. And so you guys can change your state too, no matter where you are. You can come up with an anchor, you can come up with a mantra, you can focus on your if you're a spiritual person or a religious person, you can focus on your God, your deity, whatever it is for you. Focus on that. Say thank you for giving me energy and inspiring me and making this day unexpectedly amazing. Even though I'm tired, that all of my appointments are going to go unexpectedly incredible. Unexpectedly incredible is what I'm trying to say here. See, there you go with the tiredness. I can't talk. I'm working in my new teeth. So yeah, guys, change your state. Power of an apology. Who can you apologize to, and who can you make right with? Because we don't have a lot of time. And what can you do to change your state? How can you, even if you're tired, produce? Because if you want people to produce, then you have to, no matter what your day is like. And hey, I'm just working on getting better at it myself. That's why I'm teaching it. That's why I'm not so much, I wouldn't say teaching. Let's say sharing my experience. It's probably a better way to put it, because I'm no master, that's for sure. I'll see you guys on the other side. Thanks for tuning in to episode 5, and I wish you the best. Click below or on the side, by the way, if you want to get one of these systems to do this too. It's really cool. You can like build your business wherever and whenever you want. So I'll see you guys. Bye for now.